Hello, welcome to the first episode of my new show. We are going to be hanging out, playing some tunes, answering some questions, and we're going to start with a tune that I wrote. This is called Trailblazer. Hope you enjoy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right. So, welcome to my new show, podcast. I don't have a name for it yet. We are just doing this.
Gould show or something like
The Jocelyn Gould show.
If anyone has any ideas.
Yeah. Well, I'll be taking suggestions. This is the first time we're doing this. So I will be, doing this, I guess. So here we've got this great band. We're in Winnipeg, Canada right now, and I'm playing with some really, really great friends. This is Kevin Waters on the drums, Julian Bradford on the bass, and Will Bonness on the piano. And we are at No Fun Club Studio here in Winnipeg. This is where I'm from. This is my hometown. So I love coming back, love hanging out, love spending time here. I will answer some questions now. So I put out a post the other day asking for some questions, and I actually got hundreds of questions that I went through, and I was like really amazed at all the wonderful questions, all the things people wanted to know. It was very, very cool to hear everyone's questions. I can't answer hundreds of questions today, but I will keep asking for questions, keep answering ones that have already been asked. So the first one that a lot of people asked, I wrote down some names: Andrea, Brent Studer, Mark Hensley, 64, Kate Schutt, Alan Huntley. A bunch of people asked this question. They were wondering about my daily practice routine. So I'll talk about it a little bit, and I'm also curious to know about anybody else's practice routine. And I'm curious to know about yours. Feel free to comment below in the video. Let us know what you like to do. So my practice routine changes depending on how much time I have in a given week and what I have coming up. When I'm traveling, which I'm doing a lot of these days, I'm mostly concerned about keeping my chops up. So I have to, these days when I'm on the road, I like to do a lot of exercises just to keep the muscles in my hands strong. If I start to lose the muscles in my hands, then I get to a gig and start to play, and my hands immediately start to hurt. I can feel it like a weakness, the same as if you're lifting weights and aren't strong enough to lift weights. That's how my hand will feel. Particularly my left hand. So I like to start a routine. I like to have a routine when I'm on the road that's just how do I keep my chops up? So I tend to start with scales, 3 notes per string, which also works on my alternate picking and keeps my left hand in shape. So let's say, for example, I'll take an F major scale, and I'll play it 3 notes per string, starting from the lowest possible note on the neck to the highest note, playing 3 notes per string. So if we're thinking of F major, the lowest possible note is our low E. So I'll start on low E. Notes per string, we get to A on the high E string as our top string. Then I'll descend. And you'll notice I was strictly using alternate picking. So alternate picking, not alternate picking, economy picking. So if it ends up being alternate picking, actually with 3 notes per string, it ends up being alternate picking. So So watch my right hand here. So that's what I like to do. Then I move to the next possible note, F, which changes the entire string, or which changes the entire scale. Just moving it up one note, you're playing 3 different notes on each string. And then I move it up to G. Etc., etc., up till you're back where you started, up the octave. I like to do this with different scales, major, melodic, minor, and for me it just helps get my fingers loose, and then I turn up the tempo as I go. I'll turn up the metronome. So that's how I start getting warmed up. After that, I like to play some voicings. I've been working a lot lately on 4th voicings because I'd like to get them into my playing more. I think they sound great. And also because they're very hard to play and they're a great workout, and they really work this thumb muscle out here. It really kind of burns out my muscles to play 4th voicings. So I'll just play through scales using 4th voicings. So in C major, I take that through 12 keys and practice working them into tunes is what I'm working on right now, is working those 4th voicings into my comping and into my improvising. And I just find them really difficult to play. So I tend to try to do things that are going to keep up my muscles. And then I work on up tempos. If I sit down, I try to play at least, to warm up, at least 15 minutes of an up tempo tune. I like taking rhythm changes through 12 keys for this, or just any tune that I really like. And this is, of course, different from if I'm at home for a long period of time and I have a lot of time to work on concepts, things I'm trying to integrate into my playing, new transcriptions. So it really depends on whether I'm working on maintenance, trying to be ready for a gig that night, or long-term, trying to improve my playing long-term into the future. So, yeah, that's sort of how I practice. Should I do another question or play another tune?
Why don't we do another tune?
Okay, great. We are going to do a tune called Lover Come Back to Me. So I'll play the verse, and then we'll do 8 bars of drums. Here we go. All right, that was Lover Come Back to Me. I recorded that on my second album, Golden Hour, which came out last year. That tune is by Sigmund Freud, and oh my God, we're gonna have to edit that out.
No, you gotta go.
Sigmund Romberg.
That's slip.
That's not. I'm not having a Freudian slip in my.
No, that's amazing.
In my first podcast.
I didn't know Sigmund Freud wrote music.
Lover Come Back to Me by Sigmund Romberg. It's funny because I've known that was going to happen at some point on some gig, that I was going to say it was written by Sigmund Freud.
There it is.
Here it is. It has officially happened. And the first tune, Trailblazer, is actually the first tune on my new record called Sonic Bouquet. Where have I got? I've got those over here somewhere.
There you go.
Can I grab those albums?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So these are the records. This is the one that came out last year. This is called Golden Hour, and this one came out October 13th. It's brand new, and Trailblazer is the first track. All right, let's answer a couple more questions. Okay, so somebody whose Instagram name is Jazz Jimmy from Saturn asked, how many concerts did you perform this year? And this question kind of made me think. I don't know exactly how many, but I basically have been on the road for a full year now, starting in, really for quite a while. I've been in and out, but I don't know. If I had to guess, maybe 100 to 150 this year. I'm not sure how many concerts I did.
A lot.
I did a lot, and I'm doing a lot next year.
In the
I'm
three digits.
in the 3 digits next year also. So I will be all over next year, and really looking forward to it. Okay, what kind of guitar are you playing? So this is a Benedetto 16B. It's a really beautiful instrument. Thanks, Julian. It's a really beautiful instrument. I've had it for over 4 years now. It's a carved top, maple back and sides, spruce top, ebony, everything else, and it's my Benedetto. I love it. They're incredible instruments. I took off the strap because I want to show you the back. It's got this custom 3-piece back, and it's just really, really beautiful. So I get asked a lot about this instrument. So it's a Benedetto 16B. Play?
Sure.
Or a question? Should we play or answer a question? What's another question on there?
When are you going to Australia?
When am I?
As big as a house down at both.
I'm going to Australia. Hopefully at some point. I actually get asked a lot about when I'm going to Australia, and I hope that it's sometime soon. I've never been. That was always the place I wanted to visit as a kid. I hope I get to visit there soon.
That was Jeff Baker.
Jeff Baker. There were a couple others that...
Yeah, Costa Rica, Mount Vernon, Washington, Colorado Springs.
Those are some places people were asking when I'm visiting. I'm going to put my tour dates up on my website very soon for the first half of 2024. I don't think any of those places are in there, but I could be wrong. So check out my website very shortly. Yeah, great.
Another tune?
Let's do it. Okay, so this is a tune that I just finished writing. One of the cool things about doing this show that I'm looking forward to is that I'll be trying to write a lot of tunes for it. I'm really excited to use this as sort of a place to play new music, to play new tunes, and something to write towards. I love writing music. And this is a ballad I just finished writing. It hasn't been recorded yet, so it's brand new, and it's called I Haven't Managed to Forget You, and it's about nostalgia. So I hope you enjoy I Haven't Managed to Forget You. The years, they came and went, and each season was new. But I just haven't managed to forget you. I often find you on my mind. I guess I just couldn't see. And I wonder if you've managed to forget me. There's a reason why we went our own ways. After so many days, why can't I just get you off my mind? We used to have so much fun, but other times we didn't. Still, I just haven't managed to forget you. There's a reason why we went our own ways. After so many days, why can't I just get you off my mind? We used to have so much fun, and other times we fuss, and I keep finding myself wondering if you found someone to hold on to, 'cause I just haven't managed to forget you. Yeah. All right, that was my brand new tune, I Haven't Managed to Forget You. How are you all feeling?
Pretty good. It's a great tune.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Kev. Thank you. All right, let's do a couple questions.
Yeah. See what we got.
What is there? Do you want to read them?
Sure. Give me them.
Any of them.
Okay. Hope I'm getting this name right. Rhea Thomas
Yeah, yes, Rhea.
asks if you could start your music journey over. Is there any? If there's anything, what would you do differently?
That's such a great question. And Rhea is a great young bass player in North Carolina. Great question, Rhea. That's a tough one, too.
That's a good question.
That's a really good question. Do you all have any answers? What would you do differently?
I don't know. I feel like I would have. I feel like I wish if I could do anything. It's interesting. I guess like going back, you can't really do much about going back. I guess you can only really think about what you can do next. But like, if I could have found someone, or knew what it meant to have someone like Quincy, like or somebody like my teacher that I got to university, but like somebody like that when I was like 12, you know what I mean, like that, you know what I mean, get you early and shit, it's like get some foundations in, like I think it just cuts a lot of the fat out the way. Not that fat, not that fast.
Like have a good mentor from an early
yeah,
age.
like from something early, early on. Like I think it makes it. I think, not that you can't be close to the music without it, but it's like this music is passed down like through connections, like through relationships. And, like kind of wish I started a little earlier, but that's can't do nothing about that.
Can't do anything about it. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel sometimes, if I could go back, I probably would get like a really, really great mentor from a really young age too, which I guess we're so lucky to have had people like Quincy.
To even run into Quincy at some point, so that's good.
Shout out to Quincy Davis.
Yeah. Totally.
I would just practice more, probably. But, what are you going to do?
You did, though. You practiced a lot, I think, as a kid,
I would
right?
practice even more.
Just never sleep.
Play less video games. But
Fair enough. Yeah. What are you?
Practice more and move, I think.
Nothing
yesterday.
Yeah, I feel like that.
Where would you move?
Bigger city, I guess, like New York, maybe for a bit, or just to be more immersed in the music.
Yeah.
But,
what are you going to do?
Cool.
Thanks for the question.
Yeah, great question. I think I would probably just be a little more doubt myself less. I think when I was younger, I had a lot of self-doubt, and looking back, I don't think it, wasn't necessary. So I think I would have less self-doubt and just be worried less if I could go back and change things. Yeah, great question, Rhea. Thank you.
You want to do one more question or do another tune? Or?
Yeah, let's do one more question.
Okay. What are your favorite Joe Pass recordings?
Anybody? My favorite Joe Pass.
Toronto, 1970s.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Cool. I think my favorite Joe Pass record is probably I Remember Charlie Parker. I love that album. It's a solo guitar record of Joe's from 1979, and it's after the Virtuoso recordings. When I went through a period of studying a lot of Joe Pass, transcribing a lot of Joe Pass, and I found that the playing on that record I found a little bit more accessible for me to transcribe and get his language. And the tunes he plays are just so great, and the playing is so and just iconic and incredible. I've listened to that record a ton. Of course, Joe Pass and Ella, those records.
Is this the name of the person who asked it? JGOR?
Yes, JG0R. Thank you for the
0R.
question.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Anything else? Play a tune?
Oh, and then maybe one more question.
Cool. That sounds great. We are going to play a blues. This is a blues that I wrote. This is on my second record, which both records are available on my website. Your support means the world to me. It's very fun to sign them, send them out. So head over to jocelyngould.com to check out my records. I've also got t-shirts. So they look like this. And if you'd like to support, I sell them on my website, jocelyngould.com.
Oh, and tell them to subscribe to your channel.
Oh, yes, and please subscribe to my channel. I'm new to this. This is brand new. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And leave a comment. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave a comment. We're going to be doing a lot more of this, so... Okay, this is a blues called Bright Note. This is the last tune on my second album, Golden Hour. Hope you enjoy. 1, 2, 1, 2, What do you think?
Answer one more question.
Let's answer one more question,
Okay.
and then we're calling it a day. And that's our first. And that's our first episode.
The JG show.
The JG show.
You had one called "Last Question Took a Screenshot."
That's right. I did take a screenshot
Seems
of
like
a question.
seems like an important.
It wasn't. It was just very long, so it was long to write out. Thank you. So I took a screenshot of it. Okay, Arthur Manganas says, "Hi, Jocelyn Gould. I was interested to know who were your biggest supporters while you were learning, and who provided you with encouragement in your journey to develop into a professional musician. For example, did anyone take you to jams? Also, can you tell us a little about a typical day in the life of a professional musician in terms of organizing your schedule, bookings, travel, etc.? Just curious, do you do all of this yourself, or do you have assistants? Do you get time off to relax? And finally, when will you come to Australia?" Okay, so a few questions in this one, which is why I screenshotted it instead of writing it down. My biggest supporters while I was learning were my teachers, especially my teacher, Randy. He was and continues to be a huge supporter and encouraged me in my journey to develop into a professional musician, which is ongoing. And for example, did anyone take you to jams? Actually, no. I started going to jam sessions by myself when I started playing, and when I moved to every new city that I went to, I would go out to these sessions by myself and meet people there. And I really liked doing that. I thought it was a great way to meet new musicians, to meet new people I wouldn't otherwise meet if I was with a bunch of people. So I actually started by myself, which in hindsight I think is kind of scary, but at the time that's just what I did. A typical day in the life of a professional musician in terms of organizing your schedule, bookings, travel, etc. Yeah, it's busy. Today's kind of, in 2023, you have to do a lot of things to be a professional musician. You have to kind of wear a lot of different hats, develop a lot of different skills. So I'm, always doing all kinds of things, whether it's practicing or writing or traveling for a gig, learning music for a gig, teaching. There's just an endless list. Administration takes a long time, so you do have to write a lot of emails. So I do everything myself, and I don't have assistants. So I'm a one person team, so it's a lot, but I love it. And do you get time off to relax? Not often, but the holidays is coming up, so I'll be relaxing a little over the holidays. And finally, when will you come to Australia? Hopefully soon. Yeah, this is just gearing up to me announcing my Australian tour. So this is all planned. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I think this wraps up our first podcast. Thank you so much. Our first YouTube show. Thank you so much to everyone who's watched and listened. And please subscribe. Visit jocelyngould.com. Thank you to these amazing musicians for hanging out. I love you guys. And we will see you soon. Take care, everybody. A lot of editing.
Cut.
That's true. Not too much.
Honestly, I think leaving some of the loops.
Yeah, you should.
They're gonna be endearing, like the part.
Freud.
I think that cut it like I don't know. I don't know.
That's
I'm talking about? Yeah, like that's just what happened. It's part of it, you know. Like, take out some of the shit that gets in the way of listening to it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like
yeah,
just like
yeah.
a little like shit like that. That's just kind of funny, you know.
Totally.
It's like you can't like find the balance of it. Like 'cause I like